session. You're now rocking with the most diabolical, the most luxurious, the most scrumptious haters you ever seen in your life. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment. All that shit is below. And as usual, we're gonna start with my brother, Reem.
It's your boy Reem Novelli, aka Reem A. Smith, aka Reem Scarfless Bourbon. Let's get it.
Yep. It's your boy Palm, aka Marcus Young, the most diabolical hater in the fucking world.
And this your boy Smith, aka Colin Kaepernick. We are in the building.
And it's your boy Colton, aka the fake military niggas that's upset that Nike put Colin Kaepernick as the goddamn person on the Nike campaign. Cause fuck out of here, I'm cutting the Nike checks off of all my shit that I paid my hard-earned money for because I gotta show them that they fucked up and that my white American dollar is very important when it comes to their company.
My good Caucasian brother.
Was a long ass aka. That was very white. That was the whitest shit I heard today.
And we got a guest hater in the building.
We got a guest hater.
We usually let them introduce themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Hey everyone, it's your girl Tiff, aka Petty LaBelle. I'm excited to be here, talk some shit.
Number one diva in the building.
Yeah. We've been hating together for a long time. You know what I mean? So it's been a pretty eventful.
A lot of verses. A lot of people fighting each other this week. Like both physically and like mentally, verbally. There's a lot of fisticuffs going on.
Yes,
a lot of
and
cuffing season.
And
oh my God! Cuffing season is alive. Cuffing, like Caribbean cuffing.
Yeah.
Cuffs. I know what cuff means.
And then this cuff is because they're both Trinidadian.
Yeah. That's true.
They're both Trini.
So
Cardi versus Nicki. We've been waiting to see this showdown for a pretty long.
Free Cardi.
Yeah.
For a pretty long fucking time.
Free Cardi.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what's your thoughts? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna ask this: 1-on-1, no holds bars, Hell in a Cell match. Cardi versus Nicki. Who you got?
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
Hardcore. Anything goes. Anything goes.
If it was no weapons involved, I got Cardi because Cardi looked like she just straight looking to hurt. Nicki would look like she would more survive. But if there's weapons involved, oh nah, it's an even playing field. And I feel like Nicki is more crazier than Cardi.
Gotcha.
Cardi's more about it. But if there's weapons involved, oh nah, it's gonna get wild bloody. But
it's true. So who you got?
Cardi. Hands down. I think that it's been so long since Nicki's been in touch with like that side of her that now it's kind of like a character. Like, let me do this because white people love this coon shit. I don't think she's really in touch with that life anymore. Cardi just got off the pole 2 years ago. Cardi's still about that life. This bitch just had a baby 6 weeks ago. She's out here scrapping twice. She fought some bottle girls like on Friday. And then now she fucking Nicki up. So, Cardi hands down.
Cardi is engaged to a nigga who is actively still putting tattoos on his face.
No, for real. That's her baby father, yo. That's her husband. That's her husband.
She is married to a nigga.
You heard the word nuclear family? Literally, but explosion-wise.
Today is motherfucking September
the
8th. 2018. This nigga has a fresh face tat. Cardi.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cardi. We've seen Barty at Cardi. We've seen the video. I think Nicki's been a little with the Dungeons and the Dragons. More than Dungeons. I think Cardi's just been in the dungeon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cardi is the dragon in the dungeon.
You gotta think about it. That pregnant anger you have. And
I heard she has a hit list.
Exactly.
Anger.
Listen. She got that mom anger and strength now, bro. I think Nicki is insane, but I don't think her insane leads her to violence to where violence can be inflicted back. She stabbed Safari because she knows that's a guy he might not stab.
He might not do anything back.
I think she's crazy to an extent. Because like she said,
she's
I'm gonna stay
crazy.
Right here. I think she's smart enough to know.
She's smart.
She don't want that Hell in a Cell match.
Also,
and I think it's gonna take a little bit for her to for it to click in.
But
you gonna go ham off rip. I'm taking Cardi.
I'm top of the ask you a question. You don't think, with that being said, you don't think that Nicki would want to end it early?
I don't think she'd be able to.
So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm about to bring out some low key theories. So they're both Trinidadian, right? Cardi is half Spanish. And if we talking about weapons, Dominicans. And if we talking weapons, barbed wire bats, goddamn chips, nigga, stabbing.
Listen,
I feel like Cardi has that goddamn advantage.
She from the Bronx.
The Bronx. Her little sister's name is Hennessy. So you know her family is about that life.
You know what's crazy? Hold on.
All the way down to the
Her name is Bacardi, low key.
No, it's
her sister,
Louise.
but yo, it's Bacardi. She named herself Cardi because Cardi B, Bacardi, nigga. Because her sister's Hennessy. They're fucking alcohol, my nigga. Like their parents was like, yo, y'all gonna have these alcohol names, motherfucker. That is one of the most destructive things in the world. And you gonna tell me Nicki Minaj has a chance? I don't think she has Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Anyway, but like honestly, Nicki's from Queens. She's from the hood. Yes. But the Bronx is a third world country. I don't care what anyone says. It really is.
It has not been gentrified yet.
Exactly. And the parts that have been gentrified, they tried.
Yeah.
The Soul Bro.
They got a Starbucks out there and everything. You know that's the first stop.
It didn't work.
Starbucks and the Planet Fitness, that is gone.
But here's the crazy part about about the Bronx, right?
I ain't seen
they got a Starbucks
in the Bronx yet. That's the clear sign of gentrification.
But they got a Starbucks. Still crackheads outside it. You're not gentrified, bro. You're not gentrified, 100%. That's all I'm gonna say. So, Cardi B is in the fucking caveman stage of savagery, and Nicki Minaj is in the humanoid stage
of savagery.
Because she was like, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm smart.
Yeah.
I know that y'all got the biggest skulls. Y'all more brawls than me.
Certain people around her.
True.
That's the part that Cardi hasn't figured out yet. Like with this money and this fame, girl, you can hire people for this shit. But Cardi's still so about that life that she's like, yo, I want that satisfaction. But Nicki now is like, nah, I'ma just have some hood bitches. What? Would you want 2 stacks, 3 stacks, and you'll fight her? All right.
I'm keeping it.
And I'ma just stay over here and chill.
Ain't no amount of money I could amass that is gonna stop me
personally
from getting it popping.
Personally,
if you get crazy at the mouth, I don't give a fuck if I'm a billionaire.
But let's not ignore
we're
that she
gonna
went to
talk.
her kid. That's what she was going off.
So I feel like she's not gonna win because the whole shit was based off of your child, and I feel like that motherly like anger is like some whole.
And like the baby's still a baby. It's
like,
a baby. You're mesmerized by.
Oh, but before we continue, let's talk about how Nicki comes at babies. Like that's her thing. Like she be coming at babies. Like she.
Nicki had me dead ass tight because I don't even fuck with Kylie Jenner, and she really had me protecting Kylie Jenner. Are you really talking about this little bitch and her baby? Like, are you 35 years old and you talking about a 19-year-old and a 5-month baby? You hear how stupid you sound right now? And I'm sitting here like really protecting Kylie Jenner. I was like, fucking Nicki.
I seen a tweet where they were trending and somebody said, damn, she's even still number 2 in the trending because Cardi was trending above us.
Yo,
I was rolling when I seen that.
Y'all saw Nicki on Ellen?
No.
Nah, I just saw the clip.
Travis Scott. I seen a couple clips and like Nicki talk like she on drugs.
She is on drugs. That's one of my things.
When I watched her talking in those clips on Ellen, I was seeing like Whitney Houston talking on Who Is Bobby Brown. Like it was just looking like she was drugged up.
It's not that she just lies terribly.
Is it?
Yeah.
She's one of those people who's like, she will tell you we're not recording even though we're recording.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like she don't know how to just take an L, B. She don't know how to take she has to lie her way out of every L. It has to be some kind of agenda behind every L.
But
it's delusional.
In this situation, I feel like the L is situational to her because it's not really an L. Your album did good.
Yeah, we said the same shit. It's number 2. How are you upset by being number 2?
I think it's more than that though. I feel like Nicki realized that like at this point it's not her game anymore. Like she was running this by herself for 8 years. There was a long span that Nicki was the only female rapper on any song doing anything. And then now you have all these girls coming up. Like, Remy came out, so it was just one-on-one. And then Cardi came up fast. You got all these other ones that's popping up too. And Nicki's like, and now America is starting to fuck with these girls. Yeah. Like, Cardi was co-hosting Jimmy Fallon, like the first co-host ever. Before she announced her pregnancy on SNL. Like, what is she taking all them checks Nicki used to have? So now I think it's like an ego shit with her. Like, she was like, I can't share this spotlight. I don't know how to share this spotlight. Honestly, so I gotta get Cardi out of here.
I think I understand, like, not understand, but I think I really know why Nicki really is so tight to, like, Cardi dad was on Instagram making stupid videos for our entertainment.
He got taken seriously in the music game.
Dead ass.
And took that number one spot.
More lit than her right now.
Took that number one spot
from Instagram. From Instagram in the strip club and taking my spot.
Let's not forget being love and hip hop actor, which is a thing that like a lot of people in the industry look down on. Yeah. Like, you're not a real person if you're a love and hip hop personality. Like, that's the one thing that I did, like, they be popping, boy.
All of the motherfuckers gonna end up on it. Every one of y'all just ass rappers and singers are gonna end up on love and hip hop eventually. Yeah. Mona Scott's gonna be your boss. And we're gonna fucking enjoy it.
Every time.
Every time. We're gonna laugh at you too, but we're gonna enjoy it. Look at where Joe Budden went from fucking Love and Hip Hop. He was making fun of this nigga for wearing fucking jean vests.
Jean vests all the time on Love and Hip Hop.
That nigga
let me ask you a question.
Do
you think Harriet Tubman was wearing a motherfucking dress in the goddamn crown where she was putting those people to freedom?
Yo, I'm not gonna front.
I love that shit. I listen to that clip so much. Yo, I hate Nicki Minaj, right? But I really love that clip because it really just shows where she's at mentally.
It's furious right now.
Boy.
She's rolling around. Boy. Yo. Like, I want this bitch to stop talking about me.
She got God is tight right now because she nudging him like, yo, let me go back.
Yeah.
Let me go back.
Let me go back. He like, yo,
and we already knew Harriet Tubman was body.
He like, Biggie, come get Harriet. Biggie, come get Harriet. Prince, please help.
Prince ain't like,
he's like, that scarf been playing. I'm not touching that. But yo, speaking of battles and shit like that, Nas vs Kelis, yo. Nas said, hold on.
We did good with the segue.
We can battles.
Yo, son. Nah, yo, I just saw part 1 and part 2, right? And then I get on the timeline and this nigga Trey is like, yo, son, you gonna have to put them
in an audio book.
Put them 7 chapters in an audio book. And I was like, there's 7 of those?
Here's the first thing I'm gonna say.
No, wait, this one got me tight. Wait, this one got me tight. He put up 7 blank pictures.
Yes.
With words under it. My nigga, you had 7 blank canvases.
Yes.
Blank canvases?
You could have copied and pasted.
Yes.
On the pictures. Instagram does it for you.
Instagram lets you put up that's hold on. Can we talk about how old Nas is? Can we talk about how old Nas is? Yo, that nigga really thought I can't put up multiple like pictures with the words in them.
Also, why didn't he do it as one of the
That's what I'm saying. As an old nigga, he was like, yo, I gotta put this one black picture up. Write the first part of the sentence. Once I run out of words, another post.
Yeah.
Once I run out of words, another post. Once I run out of words, another post. The one thing I wanted to say was Nas wanted niggas to read, and we was like, huh?
Yo.
You want us to read right now, nigga? What?
No, but just get to the YouTube video. But wait. By the third picture, that's how you know the nigga was really mad. Uploading that third picture and typing that shit out again.
You know what I was here? That's why it wasn't no video or audio. Because
we wouldn't take it seriously.
That nigga was
tight.
Yo, listen.
He was probably crying.
You know how tight you gotta be to call one of your old John sis?
Yeah. Now you're old.
You like, nah, sis. Like, he was dead ass.
Here's another thing how I knew he was real mad and that like he probably didn't do that shit and he wasn't guilty as fuck. Like, He literally was writing the whole time, just asking questions. Like, why did it get like this? Why are we at this point? And when a nigga is literally asking you, like, how did you get here? He don't know what the fuck is happening.
He was
so. When he said, "I should have listened to your song," I
hate your song. That right there, I was like, this nigga.
Yo, that had to be like slide too, because I ain't gonna go further than that.
Yo, I'm being honest, as a rap nigga, I was like, wow. That nigga didn't take us a little seriously.
I know Weezer.
As a lyrical nigga,
I know all the Weezer niggas.
He was like, that was one of the signs. I ain't take it. I was like, yo, I feel that.
Can I throw in something there as a Brooklyn nigga real quick?
These niggas was sick.
Anytime something happens to Nas, I'll be like, yo, I'm pretty sure Hov called that person to do that to Nas, bro. Like, Hov called Kelis, like, I'll let you do a song with Beyonce if you fuck with this nigga like right now. I don't know, I'm sorry, bro. Also, here's another thing as a Brooklyn nigga. Ether is canceled, nigga.
Chill.
No. But wait, fuck it. We can have this conversation. Ether fucking sucks. And I'm tired of niggas acting like Ether is fire. No, my nigga. No. Ether's fucking trash. I'm tired of niggas saying Nas won that. No.
Listen.
No.
Niggas will tell you all, yo, Ether is the epitome of Twitter. Jokes versus facts. The nigga called the nigga a topo hoe. Whoa, oh my god, bro. You are a
he commented on this man's lips.
Expert.
And here's one thing I will say about that whole shit, and the reason why I felt like Jay-Z won that battle is because Jay-Z's mom was like, apologize to this man for the disrespectful things that you said to him. Please apologize to this man. And I was just at the end of the day, Nas' mom didn't say apologize to Jay-Z, but said his lips was big.
Jay-Z's petty ass said, fuck it, I'm signing him.
And also dropped his album with his wife the day that not dropped it. With Kanye. Oh, I thought I didn't see that, huh? Oh,
you gonna work with Kanye? Cool.
Yeah. I'm working with Drake.
This is shit. You know what he said? He said he hit his producer like, yo, you got those 7 tracks we had? Drop those shits. Yeah. Drop those shits on Friday.
Drop those shits right now.
He was like, yo, what order? He said, nigga, drop those shits.
Can I say this?
And I'm gonna go further. He was just like, you remember the album that Beyonce made me record, apologizing to her the whole time? Drop it.
Fucking drop it. Fuck Nas. That's how I think Jay-Z still holds that now. He be like, fuck.
And I think that goes to show. I think he said Kelis, bro.
No.
How can you cancel Ether?
No, it's not from Ether. It's not from Ether because Ether's trash.
It's so horrible.
Yeah,
it's good.
You know what?
Rim. Do you want to hear something right now? When a nigga comes out and says, yo, Reem is trash because he looks like a garbage can. That's a terrible joke. He gets 1 million retweets.
That's Ether. That is Ether.
You wouldn't be mad that niggas is fucking with that joke, boy? You wouldn't be like, yo, but you understand? Jay-Z He's lying. I'm gonna start that tweet. tomorrow. If it gets 1 million, I'm gonna make sure it gets mad retweets. So you can feel some type of way and you know exactly how Jay-Z feels.
That's how niggas kept saying Eminem had the best verse on Renegade.
Another lie. Wow.
It was just like, and I'm gonna be.
I think
crazy. It was both good verses.
The enormity of Jay-Z at the time, and niggas just was like, fuck it, we gotta hate on this nigga.
Yeah.
So, not to sidetrack, but Pusha T and Drake, do you feel that's the same caliber?
No.
Yeah, because Drake sucks.
No. Because Drake is talking to Kanye the whole beef while Pusha already shitted on him.
I like Drake.
Drake, when it comes to rap, is McPussy. So hold on, wait. Let me tell you how pussy this shit is, my nigga. Let me tell you how pussy Drake is. Let me tell you how pussy Drake is.
Low-key in this beef.
And this beef, he's a bitch in his beef, my nigga. Cause like, say, I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, I got a problem with Palm. Palm diss me, right? Palm diss me, and I say, alright, this nigga Palm tough. Yo, Reem, suck my dick. No, for real. And Palm be like, nah, I want to smoke. Fuck you, you pussy. Your mother don't even love you. You don't have nothing. Alright, cool. Yo, Reem, you pussy. I fucked your girl, nigga.
Exactly.
I fucked that girl, nigga. I fucked your girl.
It's another thing.
Don't even look this nigga in his eyeball. Yeah, I just want you talking to you.
Palm is like, I'm still driving.
So me, being a tough nigga, I gotta defend Drake. So this is like when me, tough nigga, just be herbing a nigga, right? But then, like, that nigga, he's like, oh nah, but your man's, that's my man's too. Like, how he gonna let you herb me? Like, We supposed to be all friends.
Right.
So now you like, nah, fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. You a bitch ass nigga. So I feel Drake.
No.
the
Because
only reason why I don't feel Drake, I don't feel it. The only reason why I don't feel it is because this is one of those situations where you were right in the beginning, where it was just like, you supposed to be my man, so why would you give that nigga the information? Right. Fuck you. And then
they're lying.
Hold on. No, they're not lying. Because then the other nigga calls your big homie. And hold on, the other nigga calls your big homie like, yo, I was wilding. Let's watch all of this. And you still like, you fucking pussy nigga. I fucked your wife. You bitch ass nigga. And you're still going. You're doing too much at this point.
Yeah.
Because now they both lying though. They both lying like this nigga like I didn't tell Pusha nothing. And Pusha like, what, Kanye ain't tell me nothing. So how you know?
Here's the one thing I will say. How you know, Jerome? I'm not gonna give Pusha and Kanye the benefit of the doubt, but the one thing I will say about the industry is shit gets around, bro.
Yeah.
Like shit literally gets around. It could be a small chance.
There was a small chance last year, bro.
It could have been more. Remember that came out already.
But everything
and
that
also,
was in March 14.
Drake is a fucking snake, so I'm sure there's so many people that was Team OVO that now if you didn't ask the right question, they will spill some shit. Drake has.
But let me ask you one thing.
All of them.
Before this beef happened, apparently Drake fucked Kim K. Is he not a shitty friend before this beef even happened?
He fucked Kim K while they was together?
Yes. While they was together. Was he not a shitty friend? Allegedly, if he did, is he not a shitty fucking person already while being mad at the other person?
And that's the same way he fucked Wade when Wade was in
They're both fucked up in this situation.
Just put that out there. Drake is so fucking snake, yo.
He's a fuck
This
up.
is gonna sound very misogynistic.
Remember McConan?
Fuck that
Drake took the Tuesday song and then was like, nigga, don't make music no more. Trash.
Yo, after Troy Ave beat up McConan,
but look at Black Boy JB. Look at Black Boy JB living the life.
Nah, you're right.
Drake.
You're right. Well, debatable. Yeah,
that nigga bought 21 Savage a Ferrari, man.
Well,
he rented him a Ferrari.
That's his fault.
Hey, man.
No, that's not dope, nigga.
The one thing I will say is
dope alive. What else?
Let me be real.
I mean, nothing.
Exactly.
So why is he buying niggas for? I'm gonna be real. While at the same time, it is kind of dope. It's literally one of those chess moves where it's like Drake is like, I gotta get all the tough niggas on my side in case something pop off, so they'll be on my side. It's a smart move. I don't think it's some dumb shit. It's great, but I don't think it's like I'm the goodness of his heart. I don't think it's like one of those things where he's just like, yo, 21 Savage is such a good guy. I'm gonna get him a fucking Ferrari just cause I'm such a good guy.
You never know.
Hey, I don't believe it. But
yo, the point of this all was fuck Kanye, fuck 350s, fuck Yeezys.
Alright, well, speaking of burning shit,
yeah, speaking of burning shit,
niggas burning.
Speaking of brands
and brands, Nike popped out. You know what I'm saying? And said, yo, we've been paying this nigga the whole time. Yeah, he's mad. And white people just went on the rampage and started burning shit.
So one thing I will tell you about white people is that white people, they hear things and they make their own definition of what's happening.
Absolutely.
Right? So the first thing they heard was black nigger with ER kneeling during national anthem, which means to them, you fucking don't respect our country, which is not the case, but they took that as that, right? So the NFL, you know, this whole fiasco of Kaepernick in the NFL, they were just like, oh, we're not going to support anyone who's on Kaepernick's side. Nike signs a 10-year deal with the NFL, right? Palm, all right? This is a 10-year deal? What was it?
What the shit they signed recently?
Yeah,
nah, they signed a deal with Nike and the NFL signed a deal with another company to like basically get more merchandise out there.
Okay. So, boom. So they signed a deal to get more merchandise.
But it deepened the ties between the NFL and Nike.
Facts. So it got them to be close together, and then the what should I call it? The inbred whites.
Yeah.
The inbred whites.
Can you get into more detail as to what an inbred white is?
Oh,
cousin fuckers,
sister fuckers. No one's gonna fuck my sister besides me.
No one's gonna fuck my sister besides me.
We are trying to keep shit within the family type white people. That's like the type, like in the wrong way. Like that's the type of inbred white people we're talking about, right? Those are the people from the South that heard that black people are bad. They never met black people, but they believe that. Yeah. Black people are terrible. Kentucky, they're the worst. They're trying to take over Alabama, right? So they heard this, and I'm gonna be honest. They said it was military people protesting.
When, first of all, like you said, if they would listen to stuff, they would know that first Colin was sitting down. Mm-hmm. And the veteran told him it would be more respectful if you actually kneel. And that's when he started kneeling.
Yeah. I think it's
but we're doing it for the vets.
I think it's pretty funny that like Nike does a deal with the NFL and then Cap has this deal with Nike. So essentially NFL's still paying.
But here's the funny part about that whole shit, right? Mm-hmm. The whole shit was really good. I feel like Nike hit the ultimate joy in the scam of fleece. Mm-hmm. It was like one of those situations where the NFL was like, we don't fuck with you, but you got Kaepernick on your roster. And they were like, we don't be using him. We don't use him for anything. Don't worry, we're good. We can do this deal. They do the deal, and then they're like, we're going to use him. We're going to use him.
One of the weirdest things about this shit is like, white people dead don't give a fuck that the national anthem dead says to kill black people.
Yes.
Like
the true national anthem is talking about killing black people.
No, we just don't go to that verse. Like,
this is why I can't.
They stick to the first verse because they try to be slick.
I can't stand these white people that are upset right now because it's like they are just making up so many different stories when I just want them to be like, we just don't want this nigger on our TV disrespecting our precious football. Right. So get him out of here. Yeah. If they said that, I'll be like, okay, that's honest. They're talking about the flag. Now it's about the vets. Now it's about the country. Then it goes to the president. Now it's like what? Just straight up saying we hate black people.
Just say you hate black people.
This bullshit when we watch football.
The only shit that also annoys me is black people thinking Nike is now Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. It's just like, all right, my niggas.
Right.
They signed Colin Kaepernick. You know that doesn't funnel.
No, 100%. The one thing I will say about like this whole situation is
careful. Y'all hear the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. All right, thank you.
But to piggyback on what Trey's saying is like, you know, there's a lot of people that's black and white. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, it sounds crazy because we're talking about racial shit, but like there's people that think that everything is black or white, and that's not the case. Right. Like at the end of the day, yes, Nike chose black people. Well, chose black people. But at the end of the day, they're a fucking business. Mm-hmm. Right. They know who is standing on those goddamn lines.
Yep. Exactly.
Waiting for those fucking
They're protecting this.
They know who's doing. Like, they know.
We're the ones that dictate.
That we dictate the culture. We dictate the culture. We dictate the culture.
There'll be a lot of white people in the
of course. But what I will say is we dictate the culture.
They wouldn't know to get rid of those people.
That's why they chose Colin Kaepernick.
We dictate the culture. So the thing about that is like we are the culture. So the thing about that is like Nike is making a move that's gonna protect the bag for them, and not only protect the bag for them, makes them look nice. This is the BC culture 2018.
Can we talk about how much Colin Kaepernick is gonna walk away? Because he not only has the Nike, he still has the NFL lawsuit there.
Oh, he's gonna win that shit. OD.
I can't wait.
He's crazy. I hope. He's true to his nature. All this goes back to the community and all that stuff because he's gonna get a lot.
Yeah, he's been given so much money.
He already has done.
He's not even. He doesn't know where his income's coming from. But he's been giving out
suits for niggas for jobs. Like I remember, like when niggas was like he was out here giving niggas suits for jobs and shit.
They've been paying him for 2 years, and the deal he has with Nike is aligned with like if he was still playing football, he has a superstar deal, so that means he's getting millions.
I think like we need to also like when it comes, we gotta hold like these people that do have this access to a higher standard too, because they have access to more resources than we have. Mm-hmm. So if we told Cat, alright, the suits is cool, right?
Yeah.
But how about we build a factory? You know what I'm saying? Like create jobs to where we can create suits and sell suits for cheap to our neighborhood.
Let's give him the chance to
win. No, I'm not saying he should do that.
Get him funds and then see what he does.
Right. I'm not saying he should do that, right? So what I'm saying is black people in general need to hold these people in general
accountable,
more accountable, and stop accepting the handouts. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we need more foundation.
Right.
And the one,
you know what I mean? Like if we get a suit, cool. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like LeBron built the school. That's what we need.
That's what we need.
You know what I'm saying?
But the crazy part about that, like just to piggyback off what he's saying, like at the end of the day, like yes, I fuck with Nike for their move, but we have to not look at them like they're gonna save black people.
Right.
Nike's not gonna save black people.
Mm-hmm.
Like them giving Kaepernick money is not giving black people money. They're giving Kaepernick.
Do you think we get too comfortable in our celebrations?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely.
You know why? Because we never got wins. So of course, anytime we feel like we get some type of win, even if it's an individual win for one black person, at the end of the day, we're like, we all won, and we're in the same place.
Right.
It's like, damn, they killed 300 black people this year, but you know what? Nike stuck with black people. So it's something to look forward to. It's like, that's not.
So it's fucked up, because it's like one of those minor league victories.
Yeah, sometimes it fucks us up too. Like we will fuck up the bag ourselves. So for example, how we fucked up the bag with Black Panther, my nigga, we gave Marvel all this bread.
Yeah.
We raised bread to give to Marvel, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's true.
And guess what? They went to see Black Panther, and they came back, and guess what? We were still poor. You get what I'm saying? Like, what we got to think long term. Like, what do these long term wins actually mean? At the end,
Are they really long term?
Are they really long term wins? You feel me? Are they really wins in general? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, my nigga. I'm just saying. I've got to keep it 100, B. We got to get real motherfucking Marcus Garvey in this motherfucker sometimes.
That's the elephant in the room, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, we got the ladies here, right? You know what I mean? Feel me? I'm gonna ask you a question. You know what I'm saying? As a hater. You know what I mean? Like as a lady in the industry. What's some of the issues y'all face? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we you know, we men, you know, we be the problem.
We are the problem. We don't really face anything. We face things, but we also know how to face it immediately, and we don't give y'all a chance up top. So yeah. What's some women problems you feel like niggas say, oh, okay, I know it's a lot. We're going crazy. I understand.
Nah, I won't go off like that.
It's the haters ball. We gotta be
haters ball. You can go off.
So the floor is yours, man.
I don't know which direction. I'm trying to figure out what direction I want to take this stuff.
So many.
So many directions. I think one of the issues is like a lot of black women just feel like they don't get the support from black men that they feel like they should. I don't know if that's like financially, mentally, emotionally, but I personally don't feel like that all the time because the ones that I have around me are supportive. But I see that's a common thread for a lot of women. And another direction that I wanted to take this, as being someone who's like about my shit, I'm tired of guys like saying like they're intimidated by strong women. I don't know if you guys are those kind of guys. I hope not. That's some new shit.
I get what you're saying.
I've
seen this. All right, so there's guys that would see a woman
like this
doing
a serious conversation.
But yeah, there's guys that would see a woman that like she's on her shit. She doesn't need anyone to support her, and would tell you. And this is just from my experience of knowing people that said shit like this to me, like, "Oh, she's mad. She's mad securing her shit. She would never fuck with me. Oh, like I would never fuck with her because I would never impress her." Like it's some like insecure type of shit. Like it's like insecure type of thing.
Shit. What is that about?
It's insecureness. They don't feel like they can do things.
Those are mentally broke niggas.
Yeah, they are.
Them niggas,
mentally broke.
Them niggas, they probably
I like that.
They probably literally
mentally broke.
Yeah, build on that guy.
They probably literally broke too because like if you G real like if you alright, so like say you like a regular old hood nigga, you know, and you stumble across some like bad John, got her shit together, all that shit.
Yeah, all that shit.
You just like, damn,
I'm not good enough for her.
Nigga. But she wanna fuck with you.
A lot of niggas fuck that bag up.
A lot of niggas do fuck that bag up because niggas be mentally broke. Like
Mm-hmm.
and they probably, like I said, they be really broke too.
They don't be
like,
with the shit. They don't have the
if you like, if you just a nigga out here that could get it, shit like that ain't gonna phase you.
Yeah, you like, yo, you gonna get around too.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know you can go out there and do whatever you gotta do to get
So I think, like, Tiff, to answer, like, your question, Loki, like, those are, like, literally, like, the kind of insecure niggas that don't really believe in themselves. Because at the end of the day, any nigga that's gonna go somewhere and see a girl, like, buying her own drinks, and he's like, oh, wow, I can't do that for her. He's like some wild nigga. Like, you're a broke ass, like, don't want to work ass. Also, like, that's what that is.
I think, personally, like, that's a good thing. Like, dudes eliminating themselves. Like,
if they eliminate themselves,
like, they telling you, like, don't waste your time with me.
You should know, like, at the end of the day, that you are at a fucking higher level than this nigga thinks.
I just want to know why they are so comfortable, like, admitting that. Like, I would never walk into a room and be like, yeah, I think I'm going to teach
his theory real quick,
like,
right?
what?
Right? Boom, his theory. So, gender norms. Men are supposed to take more rejection than women. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, if you always shooting a jump shot, I'm going to go to basketball for the niggas that's watching this. If you always shooting a jump shot and you always missing, at some point, you're going to be like, maybe I shouldn't shoot jump shots no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like as a person with experience, like, those guys are the guys that shot their jump shots at the amazing women, and they realize that I'm airballing.
I don't even think that. Like, I think they just bitch ass niggas. Like,
you give niggas too much credit. I think niggas that actually do that, they be thinking they being honest, and I just be like, nah,
you being a bitch.
You being a bitch.
Because it's like if you saying she's intimidated, that means she makes you insecure, and it's like, all right, we all have insecurities, but at that point, when we saying, all right, I'm being insecure, you have to check it.
Exactly.
You can't say, all right, I'm being insecure, and that's it. Like, no,
I'm just gonna stay right here where I am.
I'm gonna be right here.
The one thing I will disagree with that is, like, I feel niggas like J.R. Smith that believe that they're the greatest players ever also know that they're not the greatest players ever. So that's the one thing I will say to y'all at the end of the day. Like, there's some niggas that know their limits, and I will say that there's niggas that know their limits. They know that if I try to talk to this girl, it's gonna end in failure, so I'd rather not. So
but
that's,
you don't know,
man.
You don't know.
No, you definitely don't. But that's.
I think it's 70. I think it's 70-30 bitch ass niggas because you have most niggas not even that smart.
Yeah, that's
to even think that far.
Because if you think about the niggas that shoot shots at everybody, they're not smart at all. Like, they're not thinking about those shots at all. They're not thinking, oh, this is shot selection. I'm in a section where I'm open. Like, they're thinking like, oh, she just tweeted some shit. I'm gonna say I'm gonna eat her butt right now on the timeline in front of everybody.
Niggas who take serious shots at everybody, like, those niggas are really crazy.
Yo, so like
niggas who take shoot around jumpers.
Like what I just said. Basically, the niggas saw on the timeline that's like, she just posted a picture. And then he retweets it, manual retweets it, and is like, I'll eat your fucking butt right now. Now, at this moment. Those are the wild niggas. No.
Have you ran into like the creep dudes that be like, yo, let's work?
This nigga said that, this nigga was like, yo, there's some niggas that do that to troll. No. I will say something as a nigga. If I say something out loud, flirting towards a girl, there's a lot more truth to that than jokes, my nigga. So when those niggas be on the timeline, like, yo, I will fucking eat your butt. I can't do that. I will rip this shit open. Like, this is the horny Twitter. We talking about the horny patrol Twitter.
I want no parts of that.
Those are the niggas that be wildin'.
No, I want no invites to that.
I'm not that guy. But what you're saying is like, we see those niggas. We see those niggas and we always be like, nigga, no. I understand why girls are scared of men. I read those tweets and I'm like, you're a scary individual. Yeah. Like, why are you saying that?
I feel like a lot of people don't get that either. It's like when you like meet someone or so say like you talk to someone on Twitter or whatever, right? And they're like, all right, we should like link up or whatever like that. And then sometimes I'll be like, no. And they're like, why? I was like, I don't fucking know you. I was like, niggas are crazy nowadays. Like, I don't know you. I was like, it gotta be a public ass space. It has to be like people around, clear, and like fuck all of that.
But those are also the niggas that don't realize that we can be creepy as men.
Yeah. Absolutely. We push too much.
That shit is. And like the one thing that I will say that I always think about is like, if I ask a girl like, yo, you trying to do something or you trying to go somewhere, and even if it's not sexual, the first thing I think is, did I come off too strong towards her? Like even if I'm just like, yo, you trying to like go over here. Or you trying to just do this, like, I'll be like, did that come off creepy? Like, I always think that. And I know that there's niggas that don't think like that.
No.
They just think that what I'm saying to you is just me trying to get across to you.
Too.
Yeah. Everybody feels they're the exception. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody feels they're the exception. Like, oh yeah, niggas is creepy. Set me. No, the set you part is why you're creepy.
Exactly. Once you do that, yo, niggas is creepy, but I'm not creepy. You put yourself in a creepy lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
like that's immediate
I
creepy
feel like
lane.
that's something that like niggas have to learn.
Right.
Yeah.
every nigga was there. Every nigga been there. Like, what niggas do that? True. Because most niggas, that's actually true. Like, they don't do that. But most niggas, that's actually a lie. Like,
they do all that weird shit. They do all of that weird shit. And it took me time to realize that, yes, I might be an exception, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of other niggas doing all this weird shit.
There's a lot of
and I can't pretend like because I'm the one nigga that don't do it, that I outweigh everyone else.
Right,
You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, even with the niggas is trash, I had to learn throughout time that, niggas are trash.
I used to.
You see niggas and you're like, yo, these niggas are dead fucking trash.
Word to my mother. Anybody that knows me knows I used to respond to all niggas are trash.
All the time.
You're trash.
Fuck out of here. I'm
You know trash niggas. Fuck out of here.
You only know trash niggas. You only know
That's
trash
how you
niggas.
still feel?
Nah.
I still be like, I don't trust dudes around nobody. Like, lady I love, I be like, yo, call me, text me. Every 10 minutes, like,
I don't know this nigga. I don't
like even then, when I was
doing
doing that, I knew that niggas was trash because I knew trash niggas.
Yeah.
Like I'm always the first to admit I know trash niggas.
Yeah, fact.
I know niggas that I be like, yo, why did you do that?
Right.
Yo,
niggas don't be having no explanation.
They had no answer, and then you realize
you got this. Just get away from me.
some niggas
I'm
don't
not fucking
think
with you, bro.
further beyond a certain level. Like you'll talk to somebody and they'll like. They'll say some shit like I'm trying to get some pussy. You'll be like, yo, nigga, don't you have a girlfriend? Like something random. Like, don't you love your girlfriend? Aren't you like living with her? Or some random shit like that. Like just something mad random. And then the nigga will not have an answer for it.
Huh?
And he'll just be like, what are you talking about?
It goes back to the toxic
that we male that we talk about. We always talk about the real shit. Anyway.
Alright, so do you have something air out about girls since I'm here?
Oh,
Hold up though. Toxic masculinity is fucking epic though. Like,
Yeah.
it's
it is.
Like, I fucking enjoy being toxic sometimes.
What?
But
It's true. I'm not
but
misogyny.
The one thing I will say about toxic masculinity is if you put toxic masculinity in my jokes,
Like
I'll
double
laugh.
standards and shit is hilarious.
Yeah, double standards are pretty funny. If you put toxic masculinity in my jokes or sometimes in my music, I'm gonna enjoy it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I will say. I'm sorry.
Like it was mad funny because this girl had tweeted like, y'all canceled the City Girls, y'all canceled Megan Thee Stallion, y'all canceled da-da-da. I'm like, who is y'all?
I still fuck with all
I'm like,
of
you gotta understand, we're men. We're not. We haven't canceled anybody.
Can we jump into this? Can we talk about how that cancel culture is literally a woman thing? Like, I'm not gonna like disrespect that, but the cancel culture is a woman thing. And
Before you do that, let a woman speak on that.
Oh yeah. Do you think cancel culture is a woman thing? Because I think so. 100%.
Yeah, because it kind of goes back to the whole Nicki and Cardi thing. It's like, why does it have to be Nicki or Cardi? When on the male rappers, like, I can't tell none of them little skittle dreadhead niggas.
None of them little niggas.
And all of them are out here making millions. I can't tell Lil Pump from Lil Xan from Lil this from Lil that. Like, I can't tell none of them niggas. And they are all mixing and mingling and on songs with each other and making money. And over here with women, it has to be you either like Nicki or Cardi, Rihanna or Beyonce. Like, why can't all these bitches?
And you know the crazy part? I was like, alright, maybe it is the fellas. So I said, yo,
I said that also.
check out Rhapsody, da-da-da. And she was like, fuck no. They don't talk about boss bitch shit.
Yo! I remember the one day I was just like, y'all talk about women rappers that aren't good, but Dreezy is good, but Rhapsody is good. And a girl literally responded, and I quote, I don't give a fuck about what these bitches gotta say.
Yo,
that's crazy.
that's crazy.
Son, and like at the same time that I'm not gonna be angry at her for saying that, you can't tell me Because she was also one of those girls that was like, oh, y'all never respect female rappers. You're going to say we never respect female rappers. I name you 2 female rappers I respect OD, and you say I don't give a fuck about what these bitches got to say.
Yeah.
So, the thing about that, like, the cancel culture is like...
Well, I think it's also just like, who are you to decide... Like that's someone, yeah. And also I hate when it's some shit like as soon as someone pops, it's like, oh, we gotta go dig through there.
We gotta look through their shit to buy some crazy shit.
And then you find it and then be upset. It's like if you dug through my Twitter from 09, that's not even the same person. I'm about to tell a quick story. That's not even the same person.
Quick story time.
You just can't grow. Like I just don't.
Quick story time. I got a story recently. Y'all niggas definitely was saying free me on Twitter. I fuck with y'all because y'all fuck with me. Yeah. Anyway, I got suspended for retweeting some shit from like a podcast, like just basically quoting something from one of the persons that said in the podcast, and they suspended me. Whatever, it gets passed. I'm off Twitter jail. I'm like at Twitter, like yo, y'all bullshitting because there's people that say way crazier things, and y'all suspended me for that. Twitter did their thing. Twitter do your thing. Twitter was like, we gonna find a tweet from you that's wild from back in the day. So they found like one of my 2010 tweets saying some crazy shit and retweeted it. And the second that they retweeted it, I deleted that shit. Cause fuck it. At the end of the day, I wasn't even looking for that tweet. You found it, I'ma just delete it.
Crazy. That was the day. Was that the day that I just tweeted faggot? Like
yes, that was that day. That was that day.
Get suspended. Nah.
Yo. So he just tweeted it mad times, and then someone found one of my tweets like that.
I want to get famous.
Tried to retweet it, and the thing about that is like,
so I can tell you to suck my dick.
People do wild.
That's the thing about cancel culture is like, if you tell them, if they say, hey, you need to apologize for this, and you say, suck my dick, what happens?
I'm gonna get more fans because of that.
Nobody ever says
it. Not really canceled.
Who do you think is gonna be the first one to say it?
I don't know. Nipsey, actually. Nipsey? They tried to cancel Nipsey. Nipsey was like,
oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
he was basically like, I think he actually did say
that suck my dick.
Oh, he definitely added the people who were walling on him, and he was just saying that, like, I'm not gonna put it up, but he was dead ass on Twitter, like, y'all are calling me ignorant and shit, but at no point did I ever not say that I've changed as a person. And y'all are not giving me that chance to be like, yo, I changed as a person. And the crazy part about the canceling culture is like the canceling culture is not like we going to get a tweet from last week where you're the same person technically. Right. We gonna get a tweet from 8 years ago, 7 years ago.
I'm not the same nigga I was when I tweeted this morning.
My nigga, I am 28 years old. So do you hold on. Before you, I'm 28 years old. Nigga find a tweet from me 7 years ago? Yeah. So suck my dick, nigga. That's all I gotta say. Cause like, I'm not even the same person.
Is there a tweet from anybody that you? Because I know nobody really looks up to anybody. But is there a tweet that you would? You're not a fan of old tweets getting brought up.
Here's the one thing I will say.
There is not nothing anybody that I'm a fan of could have said in the past life that I give that much of a fuck about.
And if
like even if they said like, yo, fuck Paul. Like, I'd be like, that's cool.
That's probably around that time they didn't fuck with me. And it makes sense, because I was wilding back in the day on Twitter.
Is there anyone that they canceled that y'all, like, followed? Like, if they cancel somebody...
Here's a person that they canceled that, in my mind, I was just like, y'all bullshit canceled, though. Kanye, yeah. Kanye was the most bullshit cancellation of all time.
Here's one that I'm kind of iffy on. R. Kelly.
I did.
Oh, I canceled him. No, he's fucking canceled. You're doing that hands, but he's fucking canceled, bro.
I did.
And like after the recent song he put out, the 19-minute song where he was like,
I heard some of it.
But who knows?
Even with that joint on the Chris Brown album that be rocking. No, it's Janae and R. Kelly. And every time we get to R. Kelly part, I'm just like, damn, I'm mad that I'm living in the street right now. I'm like, I don't want to do that song.
It's hot. R. Kelly got a lot of fire songs, but I can't fuck with him. I'm not iffy. Why you iffy?
I'm not gonna sit here because he's a fucking art, bro. He's taking it too far.
Tell me right now, VH1 said they were gonna play chapter 1 through like 15 of Trapped in the Closet, you would be like, damn, I I kind of want to watch that.
I rock up to chapter 4 because once the midget got involved,
I don't know.
No, I'm not saying like to watch it, but I'm saying that's how fire them shit is.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, I ain't gonna watch that shit, but I can't
ignore someone's talent.
I'm be real. Okay, so at the end of the day, I'm one of those people that this might sound crazy. I can definitely separate talent from what you've done in your life, but at the same time, according to what you've done, I can't separate those two.
Yeah.
So R. Kelly is one of those things. And my problem,
he was enslaving women, like locking them in his house and grooming them and raising them and separating them from their family and fucking them and doing whatever the way he wanted them to live.
And it was mad documented.
That's much different than like Chris Brown punching Rihanna 10 years ago.
Here's another thing, right?
Like, I can still fuck with Chris Brown.
I don't
fuck
with
Nicki Minaj
because
her brother,
artist from personal life.
That's literally it.
I don't like Michael Jordan. Like y'all niggas know that. Y'all know why I don't like Michael.
And here's another thing.
He's a piece of shit as a human. So I don't like him. Like he can never be my goat.
Karl Malone is a piece of shit.
Karl Malone also. He's another. My nigga's a legend. He's also a piece of shit.
You know who's also low-key a piece of shit that a lot of people like? Charles Barkley. He's low-key a piece of shit. He's not for us. He's not for us. He's not for us. Niggas think he's for us. He's not for us, bro. He be cooning. OD. I don't fuck with it.
Not more.
I don't.
So what about Shannon Sharp?
Who?
Shannon Sharp.
She's a Sharp.
You don't think he'd be
cool? The one thing I will say about Shannon Sharp's cooning, Shannon Sharp's cooning is dead ass who he is.
It's like if I go up to ESPN with my do-rag on, I'm not cooning. Y'all know that's just me. Right.
Yeah.
I think.
And it's the crazy part about Shannon Sharp that the shit that we always make fun of, he does that outside of ESPN.
Yeah.
He'll smoke Black and Miles by itself outside of ESPN, bro. Like,
but there's also a difference between cooning out and then like being a whole disgusting ass fucking person.
Yeah.
Because like right now there's people that's had moments that they cooned out. Nicki is currently cooning out. Kanye is currently cooning out. But there could be a chance like next year they finally snap back together. You know what I'm saying? But there's a difference. R. Kelly, what he's been doing that blatantly in front of our face for like decades.
I want to say something.
And it's disgusting.
I agree with the disgusting part. I want to say this about Kanye and Nicki. I feel like that might be the new wave of marketing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because think about the timing of it. While this was going on, what else was going on? She was doing a radio show. She needed publicity.
But that doesn't excuse it. You're still selling. Your marketing is selling, so you're selling your soul for whatever.
The one
usually money. True. Like that's not except we're doing it as a marketing tactic. Okay, yeah, slavery was a choice.
It's not.
Like what nigga? No, that is
Here's
crazy.
the one thing I will say, like even with that, right? That's why the Kanye cancellation is so fake to me. He's married to Kim Kardashian, who's one of those people that any publicity is not bad publicity. Mm-hmm. So if Kanye is doing anything right now, you don't think the fucking PR team of the Kardashians is here right now? And like this is why like I feel like his cancellation was so bullshit.
For me, he's not canceled. Like he's on. Like I froze my account.
Yeah, he's a.
I froze my account.
He's in a weird place. Honestly, because I won't call him my favorite rapper ever.
I don't think Kanye's cooning.
I also don't.
I'm one of the people who also don't think Kanye's cooning.
I don't think he's cooning either. I think he can't express himself.
I think he's being who he is and what he's saying. He's not able to express himself.
He can't express himself properly. That's literally
because
how I feel about
for me.
Kanye.
Because it's like I can make sense of crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like I get what he's saying. It's just not like with black people we're very sensitive.
Yeah.
So if the things are not put into terms
that you can understand immediately,
easily grasp it immediately,
they can't automatically
don't fuck with it. You get what I'm saying? And he don't
understand how complicated it is.
And here's the crazy part, right? I'm a Kanye fan. Trey's not a Kanye fan.
I'm not a Kanye fan.
Trey is one of those people that when I was first talking about what I felt about when Kanye said that slavery was a choice thing, I kept telling people like, while I don't want to cancel Kanye, and while that is an ignorant statement, I feel like he's not talking about the entirety of slavery.
And I'm the one who broke it down.
And when he broke it down, I was just like, you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the entirety of slavery. He just can't express himself in the right ways.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't cancel him. He's just on the shelf right now because I was like,
somebody got to break it down to me.
Alright, okay, look. So he said we're in 400 years of slavery or whatever the case may be.
Slavery was only 259.
Slavery was only 259 years, right? So
including segregation and like life now,
right?
Like
so he's saying for 400 years we've been in slavery, At some point, it is a choice.
Yeah. Low-key.
At some point,
you just accepted being that person.
Because you gotta think about it. You gotta let's
and I won't 100% say that everyone was like that.
Yeah.
Because there were the white people that did force it onto people who didn't know better.
All right,
you get what I'm saying?
This is what I say about that. So because I understand it now. So this is what I say about that, right? Do you think that people that go to prison are conditioned?
Yeah.
They get conditioned, right?
Right.
So do you not think 259 years of whatever slavery was, that's not conditioned?
No, I said we agree.
So there's gonna be a set of people. There's gonna be a lot of people that come from that conditioning that can't get out of it.
Person is
not a choice.
You're supposed to
we're not saying that those people are wrong.
We're not saying that people are wrong, but we're saying that at some point, right, conditioning can be broken. It's not something that it's not something that's all right. I'm conditioned and I'm just conditioned.
As long as you're.
I didn't mean to laugh, but I just thought about the Nicki Minaj shit about by Harriet Tubman, right? At some point it was a choice when she was like, I can make you free. And they were just like, hold on.
Even when you read Harriet Tubman's story, she's telling you yo, I could have freed so many more slaves if they would have made the choice.
They would have decided to be free.
I was gonna break down you gotta think of what black people the solution, we have solutions. It's not like our situation is unsalvageable.
Yeah.
We can do it right now. You get what I'm saying? But what we have to do, we don't want to do.
We all have to be,
honest about
all
that.
All of us have
it's
to be on the same
page.
page at the same time. We have to be honest about sacrifice individuality.
Exactly. Everybody can say
that's true.
Everybody can say what it is.
That's the point. That's where it's not a choice comes in.
No,
because the niggas who can't get out of the conditioning, that's not their fault.
No, they can. They're saying no.
They can.
I don't think everybody can.
No, I don't think every
it's not gonna be easy.
I don't think every nigga.
I don't think
it's different
you
challenges for people.
Niggas don't want to learn, bro.
I mean, I'm a believer that everybody has a role. There's a role. Everybody has a role.
But
some niggas' role is to be that nigga.
But Palm, here's what I would say. There's a lot of people that won't take the risk to be free.
Right. There's a lot of niggas that
know. Just exactly what you was talking about, 259 years of actually being told you're not shit, actually being told you're not free, and then one day they're like, you're free, but they're looking at you like this.
One day,
hold on, Palm. They're looking at you like this. You're free.
4 years later.
But that's what I'm saying. They're like, yo, you're free. But looking at you funny.
They free you and then don't set you up or tell you how to use it.
So
are you free? You don't
I can't be mad at the niggas that can't break the chain.
Not only that, you can't even do certain shit.
Of course you can't do that. It's another thing.
It's not about saying if they choose to be like that. Because I know a lot of niggas that don't want to be like that. I know a lot of niggas that don't want to sell drugs, niggas that don't want to be in gangs, niggas that don't want to be.
No, that's not so much. That's not so much.
I'm not saying they don't have no choice. But they can't change.
No.
It's hard for them to change.
It's hard.
It's way hard. It's super hard.
But you can though.
But wait. That's what I'm saying. Let me speak. Hold on. Let me speak. Motherfucking, that's different though. You get what I'm saying? It's that's not conditioning. And when we say slavery is a choice, right? So like we said, there are solutions we have. The choices that we make are the choices that we make that we have to survive. We already know that that's the case, right? Mm-hmm. But they're cognizant of knowing that a change can be made, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're not choosing to not make that change. They're in a spot where they can't, right? Mm-hmm. So at some point, they don't have a choice. There's a lot of us that have the choice. Yeah.
It's also a lot of us accepting risk, bro.
Right.
Financial freedom. A lot of people don't accept risk, and you know that from how we live day to day regularly, even now. To accept the risk that I can either try to be free or die, or just live and be a low-key slave. Right. But that comes down to that. It is a choice, bro. It's that because at one point you're gonna die. We're not all immortal, bro. Mm-hmm. Mortality's real. We're all gonna die at some point. So do you want to die and which is crazy because I fuck with Kendrick and and Absol and them. Absol, would you rather die standing on your feet or live on your knees the entire time?
And we're truly,
you know what I'm saying? And that's one of those.
Because we know the solutions. We do know deep down. We know what we have to do. We don't want to do it.
Deep down, don't want to take that risk.
Deep down, some niggas don't have choices. Some do.
The unknown is scarier than being comfortable right where you are.
Exactly.
You're like, where I am, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
And once
the shit that I do every day, play the block, it's not that bad. fast. Like, I know these niggas, these my niggas. Like, I'm good here. As opposed to going
and the whole point is like, at no point am I disagreeing with anything you're saying because all of that shit is real, bro. Like all of that shit is real because at the end of the day, of course, no one wants to fucking die some crazy shit trying to be themselves. Right. At the end of the day, but when you think about back in those times, they're just like, yo, you're free. But at the same time, if you act a certain way, we'll fucking body you.
You know what else?
Like you're not gonna want us to jump to joy to be free.
About the same reason choice shit, just like when Diddy tweets shit like,
all you gotta do is go at it, bro. Work back hard, you'll be rich like me.
Motherfuckers who have found their fucking talents and maximized their fucking talents saying ignorant shit like that. Yeah. Like my nigga, I will kick you so hard
in your fucking chest.
Before you even
continue, let me piggyback off that. Let me piggyback off that. I love the Hope to death, but when that nigga be like, yo, son, what's better than one black billionaire? Two? No, nigga. The collective help, the collective wealth of all black people, you bitch ass nigga. What are you talking about? Fuck, that shit gets me mad angry. Cause it's like, yo, bro, you really think
you know what it is? We smart enough to know better.
Black billionaires.
We're smart enough to know better.
I should be happy that there's 2 black billionaires when we could all just have collective wealth together. I should be happy that like you and Beyonce are mad rich and just be good with whatever the life that I'm living.
Yeah, just waking up to support you. Yo, we talking about serious shit, right?
Yeah, facts.
I don't want to side with the mood, but Mac Miller just passed.
Yeah, it's already part of this because he was a holographic white.
He's a holographic white,
like very rare white person that wasn't racist, didn't say anything crazy. Like holographic white is rare. It's rare.
I get it.
R.I.P. Mac Miller. That was, and I'm gonna get kind of real quick. Mac Miller was one of those rappers that like when he first came out, he got labeled as something. Oh, you that white college rapper.
Backpack dude.
You backpack rapper. You're one of these people. And I remember Mac Miller first coming out during the Wiz Khalifa phase. So it was just like a bunch of rappers talking about smoking weed and shit, getting lit. They're just like having mad fun. And Mac Miller.
Niggas took it too far now and be like, cocaine!
Yeah, cocaine. No, for real. Niggas is wildin' now. Like, it first started off with some weed, like, recreationally. Oh, we're sad. We smoke weed to make our mood a little bit better. Now niggas is like, we're on Percocet to not remember how we feel, nigga. At all. But, like, they started off as those type of rappers. And then I'll even be honest, I hated Mac Miller in the beginning. Because I was like, yo, he's about to be some bullshit white rapper that's going to pretend like he fucks with the culture. But he kept progressing every time he put a Blue Slide Park,
for sure.
Faces, Good AM, even the random shit, Swimming. Yo, watch the Blue Rays with the sound off, which is one of his best albums ever. He never dropped a white album, 100% honestly.
So I had Swimming on my fucking shit from the day it dropped, and I just never listened to it. I listened to that whole shit last night, and that shit is so fire.
It's so fire. Right. It's so crazy. And like, I was at work. And I found out about it during like my second break, and I was talking to one of my coworkers. I was like, "Did you know Mac Miller died?" And here's another thing, like sidebar: when did TMZ become like the #1 source to tell you when a celebrity dies, bro?
I mean, was crazy. That nigga Harvey. Yeah, that nigga's like a lawyer. And like niggas got mad reporters, bro.
But like I just think it's wild that before
they used to be
you know us.
Niggas used to be like
TMZ, big bullshit ass TMZ tabloid niggas.
Honestly, you wanna know what's crazy? The way that TMZ is so accurate now, I dead ass think
they do it. Shit. They set
all that shit before that we used to think wasn't true. That shit was really true. Lil Wayne done died like 3 times, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Remember when they used to say niggas died and it wasn't true? His hair all like that? That nigga really died like 3 times.
He's a Frankenstein nigga, bro. He came back to life. They brought him back to life somehow.
TMZ, man.
I like cried a little bit at work. 100% honestly, his music came on, and
I don't really be.
It was crazy.
I don't really
feel crazy when celebrities die.
I've seen
when Michael Jackson died. I cried. Now Mac Miller died.
Celebrities dying never fazed me. Yeah, because I've seen niggas die outside.
Right, exactly.
Like, no lie, I've seen a nigga take his last breath. Celebrities dying, like, I don't give a fuck. That nigga was rich. Yo, when I found out Mac Miller died,
I was like, damn.
I legit got hella sad.
Yeah, I was sad.
It was crazy.
And I shed a tear.
You know what made me sad with the Mac Miller thing is that, like, a lot of his raps he would talk about, like, he was fighting all these, like, demons and shit like that, and then he didn't want to die from the exact way that he died.
Yeah. Right.
But even after it was announced, like when I saw it on my phone, I was like, damn, like that shook me for whatever reason. But then when you start reading like all this shit that celebrities were saying about him and how he's like a good person, I was just like, so where the fuck were these people like a week ago?
Okay.
His live just the night before, like he was chilling, vibing out, playing the pianos, whatever. But like, you know, like when you're friends with someone, you can tell when something is like off. So now that everyone's like, oh, I used to be at your crib, you cooked for us, you did that. We were just supposed to record this next week, and I was just like, so.
But
damn, like where were y'all last night? Which I know it's not fair, but like sometimes
it makes sense.
Everyone, cause like all this week now is gonna be check on your strong friend, and then like next week niggas still not gonna
niggas don't care about your strong
until someone else dies. Then we start doing the same shit again. It's like so when does the when does it actually
back off?
Right.
It don't click.
Like y'all see y'all friends that be out here talking about something. Yeah, like let's get lit today. I got a bottle. I'm copping a bottle today, and these niggas are drinking a full bottle every day. What demons are they fighting that they need to drink this?
And you know what?
And you see your man's doing that, and it's just like, oh yeah, that nigga's lit.
We don't.
He needs to talk.
We see that. We see the liquor and be like, oh, you're drinking a lot of liquor. Or if we even see it, we be like, oh, you're drinking a lot of liquor. You shouldn't drink so much. But it's like, all right, but if I don't drink, what's gonna cure this pain?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, like we get focused on the drugs and we get focused on the liquor, but we don't. There's a catalyst to that.
Exactly.
There's something before that. You know what I'm saying? And we don't address people's pain enough. And a lot of the time, like all those, he probably could have appreciated those messages, like you said.
Absolutely.
Last week.
And
I think
after that whole
it's crazy.
when he was drunk driving and crashing to the pole like a couple months ago, and then he was like, I needed to hit that pole to like wake me up. He was like, I was in a dark place. From then, niggas should have been like, all right, let's.
But here's another crazy part, just to piggyback off that. Someone dropped a conversation that Wiz Khalifa had on Breakfast Club, where he was like, you talk to Mac Miller, and what he said was, which 100% honestly, yes, you can't force someone to do something, but if you dead ass care about somebody, you should always try to be there for them. Wiz said some shit like, I tried to talk to him, I couldn't get through to him, so I stopped talking to him.
Right, and
that's giving up, my nigga.
I totally get that.
I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I feel like I'm not gonna blame Wiz. This is not Wiz's fault. But I feel like if you came up with someone and you feel like you're trying to talk to them and you can't get through to them, maybe you might have to change your approach. Like you can't just be like, oh, he don't want me to get through to him, so like I'm gonna just stop talking.
You know what it is? Like
it's hard, but I can't blame Wiz for doing that.
So what really shook me isn't like. It's like no one could have handled it any kind of way. That was Mac Miller was an addict, so that was something that he had to deal with. But what I'm saying is all of the people now talking about it, more so on Twitter, like, you gotta check on your friends, this, that, and the third. And it's like I know niggas that hang with people that still be doing the same shit. And it's like, so are you telling your friend to stop, or are you gonna wait until it's RIP and it's like, damn. I should have done this, or we could have done that, and it's like, nah. I just want us to take care of each other from now. It's like, absolutely. Why do we have to wait till niggas are in the ground to actually like show that we care about them? Like this new age of like, I don't really give a fuck about people, or like, nah, you do your own thing.
That's another thing that I might piggyback off. That one thing where niggas die, and because of past things that they did, people are like, fuck this person in their life. I'm not big on that. I'm not big on that shit at all. Especially because the Ex-Tentacion kid, he did some fucked up shit while he was alive, but towards the end of his life, he was trying to change, and I seen that.
That was a rough one for me because from the beginning, I wouldn't
fuck with him in the beginning.
My niece loves him, and I was like, yo, please don't show me that deep child's face. But I was like, I can't fuck with that. But then once I heard he was dead at 22, I was like, nah, no one deserves.
And the only reason why
I was like, I don't give a shit how you lived your life. Like no one else gets to decide when you get to leave.
And the shit is
that's fucked up.
We like, how do you celebrate somebody getting murdered?
Right.
That's murder. It's murder.
Cold blood.
He got shot and killed, murdered.
Cold blood.
Sharing.
Because
the story,
some fucked up shit
you get what I'm saying?
But here's the story. The story about how he got murdered was even on some like. It wasn't like he went out doing some fucked up shit. It was like he just bought his grandmother a house. He just bought his mom a crib. He just tried to set up bad people in his family. He just bought a motorcycle because he was just like, all right, blah blah blah, and niggas murdered him in cold blood. And y'all are saying, oh, because of this shit that I wasn't in, that I feel like the tabloid said he did it. Like it's okay for him to die, which is like wild.
Yeah, I think social media took like a lot of people's empathy and replaced it with ego. Like it's just so much ego and a lack of empathy. You get what I'm saying? It's like everything. If you pay attention, everything people make about themselves. Like, oh, you should do this. Like everything. Every time something happens, people are just taking moral stances. Like it's saying this and saying that, but it's like there's no action and there's no actual empathy because now everybody's taking these moral standpoints and now you disagree with that and you disagree with that. So now you hold on, wait. So now you're feeling like my opinion is stronger. So now all this is about these two opinions and not about the people in pain. That's again, the pain is totally ignored. But everybody getting their points off. Again, my nigga, it's like everybody check your fucking egos. Right. Check your fucking egos and have some empathy for people sometimes. It was good though.
So, to piggyback off what you're saying, there's a lot of times where a lot of people feel like their intentions are good, but their approach is what turns people off. Right. Because, you know what I'm saying, everybody has their own type of pain that they're going through. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I have my own type of pain that I'm going through. Of course. And reaching out to people is not something that's like really my strong suit. But whenever I do, there's also this feeling of saying like, you know what? I don't necessarily feel like I'm comfortable doing this because of the reciprocation that I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? Only because of their aggressive approach. Not so much the aggressive approach, but it could just be, for me, I feel like it's an aggressive approach. So I say that to say this. Whenever someone wants someone to do good, I think there has to be a conscious mindset of saying like, you know what, this person might not be used to how I'm used to doing things. So let me understand this person a little bit more before I make a suggestion. Right. I think that has to be something that has to be done before anything of the word help gets brought up.
But the one thing I will say is, in the words of Kanye, and this might sound crazy, that sounds like a choice. That literally sounds like if someone is trying to help you and you literally feel like they're not understanding you, the only thing you can do at that moment is try to like explain how you feel so that they can understand. So if you explain to someone how you understand and they don't get it, and then you get mad at them and you feel like, oh well, then what's the point of me even opening up? That kind of is on you. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a two-way. Because you can't expect people to just understand what you're saying from Jump Street. You know what I'm saying?
But I will say this.
Are we speaking English? Are we speaking English?
Yeah, we're speaking English for them to understand. Yeah. But like at the end of the day, you know, English is one of those things that like, especially in 2018 Twitter.
Yeah, because when
it sounds crazy. This is what I'm saying.
I just be like, you know what?
All I'm saying is 2018 Twitter is the PC culture. So it's just like, if I don't want to understand what you're saying, I'm going to say you offended me.
Because that's why a lot of people are deciding other people's tone because you're reading text on the screen. You don't know how the fuck I do to say that. And it's like, oh, if I don't throw an LOL or a smiley face on the end of this, then it must be a dead serious statement.
Then you're threatening.
Who decides
some crazy shit?
That
sounds like a choice. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you've been conditioned to believe. Who said that?
Like textual.
No, says who?
Sounds like a choice.
Who decides that? I agree with her. Who decided
that? So then now you got everyone writing LOL, but shit ain't even funny because they want someone to know like, oh, now this is a light statement.
But here's another thing, Palm. You know when someone's using LOL to try to mask them saying some bullshit.
Mad clear.
You get what I'm saying? It's clear when someone puts an LOL somewhere and it doesn't belong there.
No, okay, but see, like, you're saying to be mad clear, right? But say this is someone that you've had an issue with in the past before, or they've been acting standoffish, and you said that same statement that a month ago they would have found that funny. But then now, because they feel a little shifty about you, they're like, oh, so like, what's good with you? Like, you got an attitude now? And you're like, what? Like, oh, my bad. I was joking. I forgot to write LOL.
So it's all perspective.
That's what I'm saying. It's a perspective on how you feel about the other person.
That's why I said.
So all this shit on Twitter, when people be throwing out their opinions, it's like, oh, well, since I'm an educated black woman as a feminist, it's my right to correct how Tiffany Haddish and Cardi B are fucking acting because that's some ghetto shit, and what I'm doing is right and what they're doing is wrong.
And
says who?
Says who? That's why I said it sounds like a choice. Like when Kanye said that and niggas was mad, I was like, how are you mad about the choice you made to be offended by something? It sounds like a choice. It does. It's crazy.
And it's because you're offended, therefore all the rest of us should also be offended. If we're not offended, then we're also wrong. wrong.
But again, what we also were saying earlier about Kanye is like he can't explain himself properly. So it sounds like a choice. Literally sounds like the whole 400 years of slavery was a choice.
Some people feel
but that's not what he meant.
Some people feel like the backing of the Kardashians is a wrong choice that he made.
Of course.
Because Kanye said some of his own rap to
There you go.
There you go.
The only choice that I feel like Kanye made that was wrong that he should have done differently is when they asked him with the conversation with Charlamagne, did he get help after the death of his mom? And he said the world was my help. That's the only time he should not have any of his friends in the world. He should have went and got a therapist.
Such a terrible answer.
That's the only thing in Kanye's like that. I was like, if he would have done that differently, a lot of other things would have went differently.
I kept like
But
telling
it's like if that's how he feels, I don't need therapy. Like the world is my oyster. Then it's like, all right, do you? But it's like that's
a lot of people cope differently.
Yeah. Exactly.
Here's the one thing I will say. That sounds like a choice.
Yeah.
For you to say like, yo, like everyone's my therapist, that sounds like a choice. You're wrong. Cause like everyone can't be a therapist.
Who determines the wrong?
True.
It's human beings. It's all perspective. So if Kanye feels like he's right, he's right. That sounds like a fucking choice. He's right. At the end of the day, that sounds like a choice. It's dead ass the right thing because people are gonna choose whatever they want to choose.
Right.
You guys still didn't tell me what women have you guys upset about.
Oh well, the one thing that women got me upset
like an hour ago.
was that they gonna pretend like PC culture is not dumb. Like they didn't do this. Like they didn't ruin a lot of shit. By like being the
It started with shea butter.
The shea butter Twitter shit, when we made jokes about shea butter Twitter,
and then you went
follow us,
son. Alright, remember when we boycotted shea butter?
Yes.
It started from shea butter.
Did it? I thought it started before that.
Nope, it was the shea butter. The shea butter was the peak, and they said, "Oh fuck, we got something from shea butter."
Yeah.
And it was a rampage after that because it was.
I remember that shit.
What the?
Here's the one thing I will say. Here's the one thing I will say. No, you know why it didn't. You know why it didn't start before that? Because the reasoning that women were coming out to talk shit about other people made sense. It was like the sexual abuse shit that was actually happening,
and the shades, and it was like
all that crazy shit when niggas was wilding and they was like pushing their boundaries on women and shit. We was like, man, we can get behind this.
Me too.
And then the Shea Butter put out the video with all the light skinned people. And then I remember everyone was just like, they're fucking canceled.
So you're mad at women for
No, I'm not mad at women for that. No. Here's what I will answer to make sure I don't look like that sounds like a choice type of niggas. Everything a lot of the things that women are mad about, y'all told us before we knew. I'll be 100% honest. Like a lot of the things that like y'all get mad about and that we realize is a problem, y'all told us before. But the things like the shea butter shit, where they was like, oh, we put white people in our shea butter commercial. Y'all was just like, yo, they're fucking canceled. Why would we do shea butter?
Alright. We don't buy shea butter. Think about it. What men is like, yeah.
And that's why.
No. You buy shea butter from the Africans. We're talking about Shea Moisture. The brand. You don't buy Shea Moisture.
So the first thing I
don't even know what the fuck that is.
That?
We were just looking at the commercial like, oh,
okay, so that goes back to what I was saying before that black women feel like black men don't support them. Because it's like, even if you use it or not, why can't y'all back us up?
No, we did that Hold on.
Don't stop her, y'all.
If a black man was like, we about to fucking cancel Jordans or some shit, like women, alright, some women do wear Jordans, some don't, but we will support.
Right.
Most of them would.
That's true.
Most of them would.
That's a fact.
No, you're right.
I'm saying the same thing. Y'all may not use Shea Moisture, but some men do. So they're saying if black women are deciding that this is canceled, why can't black men jump on our bandwagon the same way that other races?
So here's
I'm not saying this is. I'm not saying that's how I feel. I'm telling you how people have been feeling. This is why. It's the same thing. Y'all saying, oh, why should we cancel shit? And I'm telling you, it comes back because black women feel like they're not supported.
It makes sense. All right. So the one thing I will say.
The one
thing I will say about the Shea Moisture shit, that why black men feel like, how is this? Yes, we're supporting. We never bought that shit in the first place. We're not putting eggs in that
not fucking with it.
But we already
But the thing is, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever, I could fucking boycott this cup right now. If y'all niggas not on my side, it's like, so what the fuck?
I got a whole big
Tiffy.
Black women and black men. Instead of you saying, oh, I support you, not fuck with that, you like, I got my own shit. You work.
No. You're right. But the one thing I will say, that makes sense.
It's just not a signal that I don't fuck with the plastic cups.
Hold on, but the one thing I will say, they are niggas that do speak against the things that y'all speak against.
Right.
Like they're just like, why y'all so mad? Like there's the guys like that. But
I'm not talking about like everyone.
The one thing I will say, the one thing I say,
it's a common thing.
I agree with that 100%. The one thing I will say, like, as the niggas who don't say anything when y'all are like, we cancel shit like this.
I don't cancel a damn thing.
Like when y'all cancel shit and a nigga don't say nothing, it's because that nigga usually don't fuck with whatever you're canceling. Like he don't put money towards it regardless.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Him saying I'm gonna cancel this is stupid because he never supported it.
Explain this is the difference of how women and men think.
Yeah,
it's like we're thinking more emotional. Y'all thinking more logical. You're like, I don't spend my money on that, so I don't give a fuck what they do with that shit.
Yeah.
With us, it's like we want you to support and you care about me.
That makes sense.
And very likely, we'll probably see somebody about to buy that shit and be like, no, don't fuck with that shit.
I'm gonna be real. When y'all cancel Shea Moisture,
We was on your side.
the first tweet that I will remember, Palm, Trey, myself, I'm sorry. At that point, I didn't know you like that. It was a little while ago. But I remember a lot of our first tweets was, niggas don't use that shit anyway, so fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that was literally like, niggas tweets. We don't use that, so
I was on the side
y'all
too.
cancel this cancel.
I remember I tweeted some shit about Kerry lotion. Like,
Oh yeah, and then we was the niggas that was like, who buys shea butter from white people? We buy it from the Africans, nigga. And then got me Tupperware, nigga. Niggas got me the Tupperware shea butter.
It's a little yellow label.
Little tub with a yellow label. It's yellow.
Shit, yeah.
Oh no, so this is what I was saying about that point, right? So the chick went on the whole list, like the City Girls, Megan Thee Stallion, this female rapper, this
and the
hold on,
blue girl.
She was like, yo, this rapper, all the males is canceling all these rappers, why don't y'all cancel y'all? And I was like, wait, hold up. We don't even know 7 out of 8 of those people on this list. That's first. Secondly, we didn't say shit about that.
No one ever said anything about
I
female
don't
rappers.
care that somebody said faggot 97 times. I don't care.
So she's like, males, how about y'all cancel? I'm like, baby, we didn't start this. How y'all putting canceling?
Right.
You know what's the girl
See, that's why I think that's when I can't fully just like agree with women just because they're talking about a point. Because it's like when you go looking for trouble and you find it, then you can't have everyone like trying to pick a side. But now like with Shea Moisture, it's like you know the natural hair community is your main consumer. And you don't know a whole bunch of white women in the commercial. Like that's disrespect on like a national level. But I can't just sit here and be like, oh, City Girls, oh yeah, they're in Drake's new song, and oh, they're on Insecure a lot. Let me look at their old fucking tweets real quick and make sure they're not problematic. It doesn't matter. If they're not sick right now, if they don't go on TV and say faggot in 2018, why are you digging all the way back to find some shit?
The Doja Cat shorty, the Mood shorty. They got the Mood shorty, they got the City Girl shorties. And these are the girls that like just as songs started blowing up, they started getting that recognition.
I ain't gonna lie.
So this is why the first thing that I said,
Doja Cat got Barney Rubble feet.
Yeah, no, her feet is crazy. Her feet is crazy. I'm sorry, shorty. Your feet is crazy. I'm like a guy that doesn't like terrible feet, and she got terrible feet, bro. She's strong. Her feet's strong as hell.
Yeah,
but anyway, we're gonna move on.
She look like she move a whole.
You can put those feet right here.
She got the Flintstones feet.
Anytime you want.
She look like she look like she drives.
That sounds like a choice.
She drives a
100% honestly.
That is a choice.
Like that shit.
Right here.
Crazy.
But yeah, that whole.
That's like
How about we just have? We need to have.
I know what I mean.
We need. It needs to be a cancel council before we continue.
Yeah, no.
It's gonna be like 97.
Hold on, wait, let me finish.
R. Kelly's canceled.
It needs to be presented. Okay, this is what we're canceling. Does everybody agree on this cancellation? And we vote. Right? Because we just be like, this is canceled, and this whole section.
Then we do.
Let me piggyback off that. Right?
I didn't know the City Girls was canceled.
Cancel.
Why
would they cancel?
I don't like the kids
because the girls
she
said
saw shit about
that.
shorties who
No,
really
she
like
said
get
she
on
didn't
my
want her
nerves.
son to grow up and be a faggot.
That was the Doja Cat girl?
No,
Okay.
the girl from City Girl.
But she also was talking shit about Haitians, and Haitian women were mad upset.
Yeah,
Right,
she's from, like,
the main part was when she was talking about her son, and she was like, I don't want my son to be a faggot. Am I the only person that feels that way? And then people were like, well, that's not right. Your son should be whatever. She's like, yeah, but she said that's my child. If I feel like I'm not gonna accept that lifestyle, then what is it to y'all? But this also goes back to why do people feel like they gotta tweet everything?
Yeah, that's another thing.
And that's how I feel about Kanye more. That's why I got him on hold
That's
more than anything.
problem.
It's like, my nigga, you can feel how you want to feel. Invite everyone to Montana and talk about how much you love Trump over there. What you're saying to the masses, these people are taking you dead ass.
The first thing that I said about Kanye was like, at the end of the day, if you're gonna be out here talking about the shit that's happening currently in the world, know what's going on. When he said straight out, like, I don't watch the news and shit, like, I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out of here, whatever you gotta say.
I feel like that about women who treat men are trash all the time.
Which
but like, why are you tweeting that all the time?
No, I totally agree.
Because at the same time, I feel like that it's like you tweet men are trash 97 times a day, but them same trash niggas, like the same exact niggas that you're calling trash, those are the same niggas that you go to. Like, those are your niggas.
Now you see, you talking to like Luka Twitter, and that's not my Twitter.
Luka
Twitter.
Oh,
no offense, but that's
I hope y'all dirty ass people that out here.
Fuck hookah, nigga. Fuck hookah.
That sounds like a choice. 100% honestly.
That sounds like a choice. I don't fuck with hookah,
but that sounds like a choice.
Hookah
but whatever.
Hookah does sound like some shit that's real popular in men is trash Twitter.
Absolutely.
Oh no, it is though.
Hookah is. They still drink Ciroc in men is trash Twitter.
They don't know that the dark Ciroc is brandy. That's the men is trash Twitter. The men is trash Twitter is like, oh, that dark Ciroc is like Hennessy. No, it's not. It's brandy.
Final hate? Any final hate? I just want to hate on anybody that feels like once somebody dies and people give them the flowers, there's always that one person who says, "Oh, nah, y'all fuck with that person." I want to hate on that person. Because I seen Mac Miller passing, and everybody's just like, "Oh, y'all want to talk about Mac? Nah, y'all fuck with Mac Miller."
I'm gonna next person I see do that, I'm gonna just like save their name somewhere, and then I'm gonna just wait. Like I'm gonna just watch their timeline like progressively and wait until I see them RIP like
somebody
personal to them, like somebody like they friend or family member, and I'm gonna be like,
wow,
now you fuck with them. yeah, that's how we get rid of.
That sounds like a choice that I'm gonna be part of. That literally sounds like
that's a lot of dedication. All right, my final hate goes to all the people that have been like terrorizing Ariana Grande.
Yo.
And it's really getting me tight now because like y'all really be setting me up to defend these white women that honestly don't need my defense. But like from the thing with the church, with the pastor groping on her boob, and y'all talking about well, why was she in a black church with that dress so short? What the fuck does that have to do with him grabbing her boob? And now with Mac Miller dying, it's like, oh well, she didn't break up with him; he wouldn't have been drinking. That is not her problem to fix him. So I really want y'all to stop terrorizing women and making them the blame of everything that happens to them.
Please, it's not. It has nothing to do with it.
My final hate.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I would dedicate this to
grow. That sounds like a choice.
Today we got bigger fish to fry. Facts. Live suck a dick.
Yeah.
I don't want to see y'all niggas talking about live on the timeline. I don't want to see y'all niggas talking about live nowhere. Because that shit is not better than 2K. Damn. Them niggas got BMX bikes in the neighborhood. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about nothing else.
So you ain't live because of that?
Does live even have a neighborhood? I don't know.
It sounds like a choice. Yo, everything sounds like a choice. Honestly, at this point.
Right. I got final hate on these white people that keep pressing black people with no hands. Listen.
No, for real, son. Nah, I love that. Go ahead, continue.
I understand. Like, you want to get your shit off. I get it. But there's a personal space thing black people have, right? Mm-hmm. That when you cross, that we punch. You seen the video with the dude who walked up on the pregnant black lady?
Yeah.
See, he punched the dude and the punch didn't even go straight. He punched the nigga in the hip. So it's like, fam, you did all that, didn't have hands? Like, you didn't have no hands? You get what I'm saying? Like, I want these videos to be more combat. I need more violence.
For real.
I need more hands.
For real.
So if you gonna come, you know what I'm saying? We need some good one-on-ones. We need some one-on-ones. Like, we need some competition. Like, y'all coming out here calling the police for phones. We need some hands.
We need y'all to throw some hands, man.
I need you to swing first. So
sounds like we need y'all to make a choice.
So we can knock y'all clean the fuck out.
That's what we need y'all to make a fucking choice.
That's what it sounds
like. You trying to clean y'all up for good.
Well, I'm about to fuck up our sponsors. But at this point, I really feel like we don't need to hear about white rappers no more after Mac Miller died. It sounds crazy, but he was one of the most progressive white rappers besides Action Bronson. He's cool.
Yeah, I like Action Bronson. He's not white.
Yeah, he's
amphibian.
Amphibian. What? Anyway, we're going.
That
sounds like a choice. But anyway, I don't really want to hear about white rappers anymore, especially because they're out here like amphibian, amphibian, like that's what they be rapping, and I'm not with that shit no more.
So you don't care about the Eminem MGK beef?
No.
Damn.
Do you look at my face? My choice is that fuck that beef.
The fact that Eminem even had the audacity to put out more music after that last shit he made blew me away. I was like, oh, this nigga's bold.
The fact that I don't fuck with Machine Gun Kelly and he wilded out, and
I was just
the whole time that Machine Gun Kelly wilded out, I was like, I'm still not gonna listen to his music. That I knew that I didn't give a fuck about this whole.
I didn't even listen to the whole disc. I got a minute. It was like, you won.
I was like, yo, Machine Gun Kelly got it.
Honestly,
I didn't even give Eminem a chance.
I was watching the video and I was just like, well, can't watch this for too much longer.
Okay, before we continue, I'm gonna just also explain how crazy troll culture is. Because he said, let's talk about your whack ass tracksuits. Let's talk about it. And I was like, he won this beef. Eminem wears terrible clothing, bro. Like his tracksuits are fucking trash. So Machine Gun Kelly's not lying right now.
But Eminem did have the silkies of the silkies.
Oh,
so.
He did.
I'm sorry, y'all.
He
definitely had that.
Reem, take us off.
It's your boy Mavelli, aka Reem Smith, aka Damn.
Stop
trying to remember everything, nigga. Wait, the one.
I forgot my name.
Yo,
wait. Oh my god.
I totally forgot about this, bro. But yo, this.
Hey, Silky. Yeah. Yo, next week we got Silky Reed. Yo, I swear to God, Reem, if you got another polyester do-rag, we can't stand you from the show. The next polyester do-rag is not gonna be here no more. Tiff is gonna take your spot. She's gonna be sitting in that chair every week, my nigga. I swear to God.
Next week.
No more gel rags, bro.
Nah, don't even say I got a new do-rag as your name, nigga. Go ahead, go. Start it over, son.
Hey yo, it's your boy Mavelli, aka I got a new do-rag.
It's Silky, y'all. It's Silky. I'm reading the comments. Read in the comments like, yo, read it. Go crazy. Anyway, share our shit now.
It's your girl Tiff, aka Patty LaBelle. I was glad to be here. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yo, it's your boy Paul, aka Marcus fucking Young. I'm watching you, nigga. Let me get my hands on your bitch ass.
Yo, it's Smith, aka Colin Kaepernick, man. We out of here. I'm got bad.
She really calls it aka every white person that ever existed that hated black people because that sounds like a choice. It sounds like slavery should have never ended. It also sounds like Jackie Robinson shouldn't have been good at baseball. It also sounds like Will Chamberlain, why is he good? Because he's black? That's like, white privilege doesn't exist. We're all human beings. Let's all just work together, man. Like
Black Panther was overrated.
Black Panther was overrated.
Low key it was though.
This one gotta be longer than the last one. And AKA slavery sound like a choice. That's all I'm saying.